Howdy, y'all. It's been a while. We're back with Weekend Rental. This time we're checking out Garfield's Lasagna Party on PC. Developed by Microids, published by Microids. Product of Paws Incorporated, Jim Davis Holdings Company. Garfield Lasagna Party, a 4-player party game starring all of your favorite friends, your furry friends. You got Garfield, Odie, Nermal, and Arlene. In no particular order, playing mini games on a board, much like a certain plumber and his friends did long ago. We played this game for, probably too long. We tried all 3 modes. We did the board game mode, we did the just pick 8 mini games mode, we did all the mini games, so we even did some of them multiple times. Yeah, this came out just last year, almost exactly 1 year ago, 1 year and 1 month. And I think we can hop over to verdicts. This week I'll kick it off. To me, it's a minimum viable product for a Garfield party game. Not really much in the way of new ideas here. A few good mini games, or enjoyable at least. I think my score here is kind of proportional to the number of good mini games in it. 1.5 out of 5 is the percentage that we're going with here. There was a good handful, but the board game itself, pretty bad, pretty confusing. The text, also not very fun. No personality here. None of the Garfield charm, the ennui, the snarkiness, rough Monday feeling. He was pretty chipper the whole time. Just look like Garfield. That's about it. So 1.5 from me. I do like mini games, but not really this one. Wouldn't come back to it. PantsProblem, I'd like to hear what you think of Garfield Lasagna Party.
Garfield Lasagna Party is not a party, and it doesn't come with lasagna, so you can't, eat and get that enjoyment from it. Either way, it's just your normal Drek. It's a just shovelware party game, kind of shit out. Doesn't really have any sort of personality to it at all. It's definitely fun to make fun of, but not fun to play. It's, long and short of it, it's not worth it. What do you think, NeoSent?
Thank you for asking, Stove. I think that this game was just total Drek. It's just awful. I also reviewed it at the 1.5 rating because there were about 5 games out of 33 or so that were worth playing maybe a couple times, and the rest were just absolutely awful. I consider myself a bit of a minigame connoisseur, and this is just the lowest end of it, really. As Philip said, it lacks any of the Garfield IP almost entirely, except for the feelings that it elicits in the user while playing it, which is a sort of crushing, existential, just inexplicable kind of sadness. Inexplicably snowy. Not really anything I associate with Garfield. Junk. Skip it. But as always, I'd love to know what MegaManMan thought about it.
Thanks, NeoSense. Appreciate it. I thought it was one of the biggest budget Garfield games I'd ever seen in my life. Every other Garfield game has been just some low budget shit house meant to just kick out the door and hope the cat comes home with a couple of dollars in its mouth or something. Had a nice little jazzy soundtrack there, a couple of songs. It was cool. Had all your favorite characters playable except for John. I don't know why a grown man wouldn't be rolling around snowballs with his cats, but he definitely should have been part of it. Otherwise, I think it's worth just a little play. You don't want to spend $30 on it, but you might like it for free in the Epic Game Store someday, maybe. Or pirate it. No, don't do that. That's about all I've got for this wonderful 4.0 Garfield game.
Right, you know, it's out of five. It's out of 5 points. It's not out of 22 points.
22 points.
Yeah.
5
No, I appreciate your ever enthusiastic reviews of things, Ryan. So
boys. Okay.
that's a really good thing you
No
bring to
need
the
for it.
table.